because I was requested to do a slow video, which means instead of being my normal fast and aggressive self, we're gonna slow it down for all 10 different controllers. I've done controller RPs, like role plays, and I've done regular controller videos, so this will be my very first slow video. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a fast, aggressive video in the future. But for right now, let's slow it down. Like your brain, we should slow your brain down because you need to relax and enjoy yourself. That is why you're here. So slow it down those thoughts, and let's get right into it. First up, we have the Xbox controller. I've had my Xbox controller, or just my Xbox in general, for 2 years, and I've really enjoyed it. Let's start with the left stick, just it up. I really like the Xbox for the Game Pass. I'm mainly a Nintendo guy, as you can tell from the controllers I own. We've had a PlayStation before, but what's nice about my Xbox is that any game that won't run well on a Nintendo console, I can just play on it, or if something comes to Game Pass, I don't have to pay full price, which is nice. The PlayStation consoles I've had, though, was the PS2, 3, and PSP. Maybe one day, if I have some extra money, just splurge, I'll get a PS5. But for right now, my Xbox Series S and my Nintendo Switch is more than enough for me. Let's move to the D-pad. There's something so satisfying about playing 2D platformers with this D-pad. I typically prefer my Nintendo D-pads, but this is a nice one. It's got extra concave, and it's even clicky in the corners. It is just a nice feeling controller. Though, if I could improve this controller, rechargeable batteries, it's 2024 Microsoft, and motion controls, it's 2024 Phil Spencer. When you come across this video, because you need to relax, I don't want you to relax, I want you to wake up and get on it, okay? Let's use my right thumb for this. XY when it should just be X and Y, like the Nintendo platforms, but it is what it is. I get it though, because PlayStation has their shapes, and I don't know what else they would do for Microsoft. Leave it in the comments if you have a suggestion. Alright, let's do our shoulders and our triggers. ASMR triggers with triggers. I like how poppy these are. Sounds like a mouse. You know, the one on the PC, not an actual mouse. Favorite games I've been playing on the Xbox right now has been the finals. I know it's not a Xbox exclusive, but it is one of the best free-to-play games. I know a lot of people hate on it and say it's a dead game, but dead or not, it is the best first-person shooter I've played in a long time. It's a game show where you play in a virtual reality world, and there's different weapon classes and a whole bunch of different modes and stages along with weapons, and it's, to me, one of the funnest and greatest experiences ever. People can hate all they want, but those haters will never make you feel good as the finals would make you feel. Hey guys, remember to share the video. Just kidding. But I would appreciate a thumbs up if you like what you see. To see my reflection, let's get into this chunky controller known as the Wii U GamePad. Start with the sticks. A lot of people criticize this controller for being too big, but it's got a flat back. It's cozy. It feels comfortable. It's not that heavy. If you think it's heavy, go hit the gym. smell for all the years I've had it. I don't know what the smell really is, other than that it's the Wii U and 2DS smell, and maybe it was just something weird that they did in the factory when making them. Not sure. But regardless, this console is good. It's a off-brand Nintendo Wii Nunchuk. I got this because it was like on sale for a couple dollars. And I was like, oh, why not? It's transparent technology. Look at that. That's so cool. Absolutely insane. Let me know your favorite Wii game. My favorite Wii game would have to be like Zelda Twilight Princess or Zelda Skyward Sword. But there's a lot of amazing games on the Wii. So, whatever one is your favorite, I hope it gives you great memories as an adult or kid. Now we got a Wii Remote. Again, you could use it like this with a nunchuck. So many great ways to use this thing. And there's something about holding this that just gives off nostalgic childhood vibes. I remember getting the white Wii in 2006 when it released, at least released in America, I believe. I got so excited. On Christmas morning, I was 10 years old, and I just remember saying, I got a Wii, I got a Wii. And my family made a joke about telling me to go to the bathroom, but I still remember playing Wii Sports, and it was just so much fun. And I bet if I was to play today, I'd still enjoy it. when I need it to be. For the sideways Joy-Con, we got the wristband right here. Let's put it on. This is from my 2017 Day 1 Switch. I was out in the snow to get my Switch, and it was such a great time, despite how cold it was. I was so ready to play Zelda though, even though I have a Wii U, but I want to play it on the new Nintendo platform. So I made sure I saved up for it, and it was worth it. Every day I use my Switch. My Switch probably doesn't appreciate that though. Definitely not. Let's do some dual Joy-Cons. Let's attach them really quick. Okay. Also ignore this little bump here. I'm not even sure how that happened. I love this color of blue though. wish controllers were a little bit more durable nowadays, but it's okay. Again, I think this one right here got at least 4,000 hours of play, which, if you're wondering what I did 4,000 hours plays for, I literally Twitch stream. So those gaming hours are nothing for a streamer. When I'm not working, I stream or skateboard. You'll kind of notice if you look at all my videos how they're all usually somewhat gaming related, or skateboarding will get referenced because those are just major parts of my life. And for you, if you want to express yourself, go ahead and do so, and do it in a way that allows you to put who you are into your content, because self-expression is how you find your people. If you don't show who you are, it's going to be harder for people to find you, because there's billions of people on this earth. So there is always going to be a group of people who like what you're doing. So always express yourself so that you can find your people. These triggers are going to have much sound to them. Again, 4,000 plus hours of gameplay. They've had enough times of getting clipped. I remember when I got my second Pro controller though, it was so clicky day one compared to how it is right now, where it's kind of mushy. Mushy isn't a bad thing though, because it's still responsive. And that's all you need sometimes. It's just response. Now we got a unique controller, which is the Pokken Tournament controller from the game Pokken, which is based off of Tekken, the fighting game, but with Pokemon. This controller is extremely unique, as it also feels really good. There is no ZL on top, but you have these very clicky L and R buttons. got this because it came in two different, well, it came in multiple colors, but they had Zelda, The Legend of Zelda. Well, this is a Link design, because you can see it has this color palette. They got the Link design and Mario's design that I really liked. But they also had Luigi. They had Toad, Peach. I'm trying to remember the rest of them. There was quite a few of them. Also on a GameCube controller, the reason why it's shaped like this, well, not the reason why, but a reason why a lot of Smash players like it like that, is your thumb naturally moves at that joint, at that like almost 90-degree style angle. So getting to all the buttons you need is a lot easier than a standard controller where you'd have to kind of move a lot more. And on this one, they modernized it with some L and R, but CL and CR. So you could use this for many games.